getting a late start today, but we only have 7 more weeks. Yay! It's almost here. Mo? Wait! Come on. Wait. Oh, see water? Go get it. Yeah. Even though I know the trail is going to be really hard, and there's going to be a lot of days that just kind of suck, I'm really looking forward to not having to worry about anything except for hiking and taking care of myself. We have 4 dogs, and we love all our dogs. We have 3 small dogs, and they don't come out on hikes with us because we hike so far and they can't, their little legs just can't do it. But Ellie loves it. And all of our dogs are going to be in a place where they can get love and attention and exercise. So we've got all of that taken care of, so that is one anxiety that's been lifted. But there's still a lot to wrap up before we leave. We have 7 weeks left before we leave. So it's very close. I'll show you this waterfall. It's so pretty. The creek is flowing today. But, yeah, there's still a lot to do at home. We got all these little things we have to take care of before we leave. But it will all get done. And I just feel like I'm just so ready. I'm trying to be patient and present in my current life, but it's getting really hard because it's so close. And we've put so much energy into planning this hike. We've been planning this hike for a year now. And I've hiked all my life. I grew up camping and hiking with my family. And since Jonathan and I have been married, you know, he enjoys the outdoors too, so we've always hiked. We'll be married 10 years, March 19th. So we'll have our 10-year anniversary on trail. But we had done a lot of hiking, but we had never backpacked. We'd done some kayak camping, and we loved that, but we had never backpacked. So our first backpacking trip was the 72 miles of the Appalachian Trail in the Smoky Mountains. And that was a wake-up call. I had done research, but we carried way too much food. And I think Jonathan's pack was like 32 pounds. Yeah, like 32 pounds, and my pack was probably like 25 or 26 pounds. And we were not ready for that. It's not that we were in bad shape, but we were just not ready for that kind of hike. And it snowed on us while we were out there. Luckily, all of our gear kept us warm. And overall, it was an amazing experience. And we just kind of fell in love with the Appalachian Trail, and the idea of actually doing a through hike kind of became solidified on that trip. And so we were just, by the end of that trip, we were like, how are we going to do this? So we've both been working extremely hard to make it happen. It is freezing today, and we're walking through mud. Jonathan and I were just talking about our fears, because it's so cold today. When we stopped at the shelter to eat, you start to get really cold. And the first thing we did was put on our puffy down jackets over our, well, I have a fleece, Jonathan. I need to watch where I'm going. I'm just running into tree branches here. We started to, feel the chill as soon as we stopped, so we both put on our down puffy coats. But it's still cold, and I think you have a fear, right?
Not the temperature, about getting wet and cold. Setting up a tent in the rain, you mean taking water inside of a tent, regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
And if you get wet and it's cold, you lose body heat really quickly.
But we haven't had like that cold, wet kind of condition.
Yeah.
Where
mid to early 30s and rain, and we haven't had that.
Yeah, so that's what we're concerned about. We feel like we've got our gear dialed in really well, but anybody who's had experience with that, or helpful tips, I think we probably we would really appreciate that. Anyway, that's a little bit about our fears. It's really just the cold, wet conditions that we're really concerned about. Woo! I just ran into another tree.
My fear is that she's gonna walk off a cliff while talking to y'all.
You're so silly.
Well, you've proven it today. You've walked into everything.
Just call me Smash Face.
Left cat and smash face.
This moss looks like little Christmas trees. So cool. And Jonathan attempting Michael Jackson. You're so stupid. He's so silly.
That's all for now.
No, don't.
I'm teasing, sir. You can start it anytime you want. Ready? And
We're only doing these long hikes once a week because that's our day off, but we do try to do other stuff during the week.
I think you already mentioned that.
I'm just letting them know we're not slackers.
I don't care what they think of me.
We're obviously.
Ooh. Oh, I thought it was an owl. There's a hawk.
Anyway.
Redo it! I'm kidding.
It's all a joke, y'all. That's all for now.